Pro-life. What is pro-life? This is a question that has been coming up since 1973, when the Roe v. Wade case took place in the Supreme Court. Since 1973, there has been 55,772,015 legal abortions in the U.S., meaning there has roughly been 205 abortions per hour every hour, 4,929 abortions a day, and around 1,799,097 innocent lives are taken a year. Every year, although there are many pregnancies, there are also abortions and miscarriages. An estimated 13% of women miscarry, 40% have abortions, and 47% go full term with their pregnancies. January 22, 1973, the Supreme Court opened the Roe v. Wade case. When this happened, a pro-life advocate stepped in to support life. Nellie Jane Grey, also known as Joan of the Arc, was born June 24, 1924, and passed away August 13, 2012. She is one of the few people that believed that life begins at conception and not at birth. She believes that every embryo has the right to live. Nellie Jane Grey started the now annual March for Life for one reason and one reason alone: to protect those that are helpless and that at the time have no say as to what happens to them. We are a country that protects the right to the pursuit of happiness, yet we murder our next generation before their life even begins. Miss Grey knew that killing an innocent life before it even began was not right. Miss Grey once told the Washington Post, "This is the land of the free, the place to come for advancement. How is it that a country built on this would kill babies? I don't understand slavery, I don't understand the Holocaust, and I don't understand abortion." Nellie found the March for Life because she did not agree with abortions, and she spoke out against them. The march was held in Washington, D.C. on the steps of the Capitol building, January 22, 1974. On this date, over 20,000 supporters showed up to help Nellie and fight for the right to live. The court ruled that abortion was, in fact, legal. However, abortion was only legal if the mother could die at childbirth, the baby could die shortly after birth, or the child would be born with some form of fatal deformity, or the pregnancy was caused by rape. Many protesters held up signs that had various slogans. Some of the more popular slogans were, "A person's a person no matter how small," which is a quote from the Dr. Seuss book For Ears of Wheat. Another popular slogan is, "Pretend I'm a tree and save me." Many protesters say this because so many American activists fight to save trees, but yet they kill their own generations to come. One other slogan is, "We as Americans fight to save rainforests. We fight to save whales. We fight to save trees. We fight to save bald eagles, but unborn babies we are afraid to protect because of the feminists who believe that it's their choice to become murderers." However, some March for Life activists have a different take on abortions. They compare abortions to Hitler's Holocaust. Both the Holocaust and abortion are equally heinous and immoral. Both take innocent lives to fulfill their vision of a brighter future. However, after women follow through with their abortions, some of them will regret their abortions either now or later. The fact is, after having an abortion, 31 to 36% of women will regret their abortions. Many congressmen are pro-choice, but many are also pro-life. For example, Congressman Christian Smith is a supporter of the pro-life organization. He once said, "For all of us, all human life is precious and sacred, and in urgent need of protection. We welcome and deeply respect everyone, including the weak, the vulnerable, and the disenfranchised." On the other hand, we have President Barack Obama, who once said, "I am going to teach my daughters, first off, all about values and morals, but if they make a mistake, I don't want to punish them with a baby." However, by killing an innocent life, he would be hurting more than he would be helping. Furthermore, many pro-choice women believe that the government and the church have no right to decide what they do with their babies. However, they fail to realize that by having an abortion, they are murdering an innocent life. Many Americans don't understand that a baby's heart begins beating at just 13 days, and yet it is still legal to abort a child up until the baby is 20 weeks old. At 20 weeks, the baby is already beginning to form its digestive system. and yet we still don't consider this fetus a human being. Many Americans disagree with the right to have a choice, the right to murder an innocent life. So they stand. They stand against murder. They stand against every selfish American that claims to have made a mistake and getting pregnant when the only solution that they have left is murder. Is murder really a solution at all? March for Life activists take a stand against what is now the norm. They hold tight to the norms and the right to protect the life of an innocent human being that has no say in what happened to him or her. They march against the unjust that believe murder is the answer to solve their problems. Because for them, it is easier to commit murder than to alter their lives without the one precious infant that they have created. They march. They march against congressmen who voted against Wade to allow the murder of our future generations, the murder of our future fathers and mothers and daughters. By that seed in her stomach, so your heart aches hard, feeling trapped like prisoners behind those bars. Their hands been dealt, but you don't want to take those cars. They stand for everything they agree with, everything that their morals are built on. They march against everything and everyone they have ever disagreed with, because murder is not okay.